In an interview yesterday, Bo Hines, the executive director of the Trump administration's Crypto Council, confirmed they are looking at ways to buy more Bitcoin for the strategic reserve. President Donald Trump signing the executive order for a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the US was monumental. And although I did have some reservations about Trump's true interest in Bitcoin, it was a landmark for crypto. However, in this executive order was something that was very much open to interpretation. That is, the US would only buy more Bitcoin if it was budget neutral. Immediately, one half of onlookers were convinced that the US would never actually buy Bitcoin and it will simply hold what it seizes. But the other half, and I leaned this direction, focused on the wording. It reads, "The Secretary of the Treasury and the Secretary of Commerce shall develop strategies for acquiring additional government BTC, provided that such strategies are budget neutral and do not impose incremental costs on United States taxpayers." Well, this week in the White House, Professional Capital CEO Anthony Popliano met with Bo Hines and they discussed BTC acquisitions, and Hines had this to say.
Okay, what are the ways that we could go buy more Bitcoin?
Well, I think that Senator Lummis has really an interesting idea with the Bitcoin Act of 2025, which I know has taken the community by storm. But here, what you would do is you'd revalue the gold certificates that we currently have at Treasury, most of which are valued, I think, around like $43 an ounce, which is,
a lot lower than what it's really worth.
Correct. Yeah. So now we're sitting at what, $3,100 an ounce, with being the price of gold. And if you took that value, what you could do is use that extra funding in order to buy more Bitcoin that could be used for the reserve. But that's just one idea. We're looking at many creative ways, whether it be from tariffs, whether it be from something else. I mean, there's literally countless ways in which you can do this. And I'll defer to some of our members inside of the interagency working group to see what ideas they come up with inside of their own shops. But we'll look at everything. Everything's on the table, and like we've said, we want as much as we can get.
For me, the word shall always showed intent, but Bo Hines in this interview also showed that the term budget neutral is a far more malleable restraint than many initially thought. We may only need to see the revaluing of US gold certificates to fund significant purchases of Bitcoin. But what do you think? Will the US actually buy more Bitcoin? And will they execute Senator Cynthia Lummis's bill to buy $200,000 a year for 5 years?